Hi friends, it's Nancy Novak from StampinShout.com. Welcome to my video tutorial. Today is June 9th and I am in a red, white, and blue card making mood. So I have a couple of cards to show you and we're going to make one of them tonight. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Coach. So I like to share all my cards and paper crafts with you on Facebook Live and on Pinterest and on my blog, www.stampinshout.com. So if you're looking for some card ideas, I'm sure you can find some from me at any of those places. And I'm here on Tuesdays at 4 o'clock to do a live demo for you. So whether or not you're watching live or on replay, go ahead and type in hi and where you're from and what you're up to. And if you have any questions or comments, type those in too, because I'll be happy to help. Let's turn the camera around and I'll show you the cards that we're making today. Actually, we're going to make one card. But like I said, I'm in a red, white, and blue mood. Good time to make some patriotic cards. A great time to make cards of love. There's a lot going on out there, so I really think it's a good time to send out some smiles and some love. And doing my patriotic cards right now. I have a couple of July birthdays that I can use these for. My brother's a very patriotic guy. He loves getting my 4th of July cards, so that's what I'm up to. So I made this the other day. Let me show you the stamp set that I've been using mostly to make these cards. Positive thoughts, great sentiments, hugs, prayers, love, sending positive thoughts. And the one that we're making today is friends like you mean more every year. That's a sentiment I'm using today. And it comes with a coordinating die set called Nature's Thoughts. So you're going to see, I cut out a lot of the stuff already, but I'll walk you through what I did, and it's easy for you to recreate. If you're looking for supplies, you can go to my website, www.stampinshout.com, and I will have a list of all the supplies that I used in making these cards, and there's a shopping link there. And again, ask any questions. So this one was very, very simple. I used the flower stamp, and in my mind for this card it looked like fireworks and everything else, so I used Real Red and Night of Navy, and I stamped the background, and I stamped full strength, and then I stamped off, and then I cut out with this die 3 flowers or 3 fireworks, sparklers, and I just popped them up there in the middle. So that was quick and easy, but I liked it. It's kind of fun. This one here I made yesterday. This has a red background and Night of Navy buildings, and I made the buildings using the new Labels to Love punch. And then I embossed the windows using Tasteful Touches, a stamp from Tasteful Touches. And again, that's the Positive Thought stamp. And this one here is from Waterfront. So if there is interest, let me know, and I will come on here and do a Facebook Live. I'm not doing that right now, but again, if there is interest, go ahead and type in a comment, and we can make this week. Today we're going to make this one. I just felt like making a pretty red, white, and blue card, and just want to hit my refresh button on my computer over here, see what's happening. But anyways, I have an early July birthday, and I thought this would be a nice birthday card to send. It says friends like you mean more every day. So let's get started on this one. Again, I do have everything all cut out, so we don't have to spend a lot of time on that. But I have a Whisper White card base that's 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. Then I have my 2 matte pieces in Real Red, and those are cut out to 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And this one I ran through the Tasteful Textures embossing folder. That's going to go on the front. This matte piece is going to go on the inside. I have a stamping piece for the inside, Whisper White, that's 5 inches by 3 3/4 inches, so that's going to go inside. And then the front piece was a scrap. It's kind of a big scrap, but I used this die right here, this rectangular shaped die, to cut this out, and it gives a really pretty little squirrely dotted edge. Looks really pretty. So that's going to go there. I stamped 2 of the flowers from the stamp set. There's the stamp set. I stamped 2 flowers and this branch. So I stamped 2 in real red, and the branch is, I always forget the name of this one. Here it is. Seaside Spray. Didn't have my glasses on, couldn't read it. Seaside Spray. So then I cut those out using the die set. So let me show you those pieces. So I went ahead and stamped and cut out this piece, and then I cut out 2 flowers that I stamped, and then these pieces are other pieces that are in the die set. So I cut out a couple of little branches and flowers. I used Pacific Point Real Red and a Pacific Point little butterfly. So all this was cut out with the Nature's Thoughts die sets. So now we're just going to put everything together. So I'm going to pop this up right off the bat. I didn't pop it up on my first card, and it doesn't have to be, but I was looking at it and I thought, I think I'm going to pop it up. So definitely, if you have some friends that are into making some red, white, and blue cards, go ahead and share my video and post with them, and maybe that'll give them some ideas. I always like when you share, and I like to send out a thank you for sharing little gift. I do a drawing and pick a name. So then what I did, this piece here I glued down, and then pretty much everything else I popped up. I'm just deciding if I want to put this red piece on now, and I will. Sometimes I don't do that until the end because I want to make sure that I don't mess up, but I'm going to play the odds that I'm going to do this card okay. So I'm using the Tombow glue on this textured piece, and I'm going to put it right on the front of my card. Then I'm going to go ahead and I am doing this out of order because I do want to stamp, and I should have stamped it first and kind of got ahead of myself, so we'll see how this works. See? I was too confident. Friends like you mean more every day. I know, again, I should have stamped this first. We'll see how I do. Shoo! It worked. Uh-oh. That would have been a big mess. And I do have some ink on my fingers now, so let me get rid of that. Make sure it's all gone. Alright, so now I'm just going to put this together, and I glued this big blue stem on. And I put it right up here in the top, kind of off centered. Then I went ahead and put these red flowers on, and I popped them up, and then I put everything else kind of underneath. Okay, then I'm going to bring in these little flowers. So these little flowers, when I cut them out with the dies, have these little tiny, little like fluffy petals, and I poked them up. You don't have to poke them up too much, but it just gives them a little bit more lifelike look to them. And I popped those up on a dimension. Probably could use a baby dimension if you wanted. And again, I can just slide that underneath that red flower wherever I want to position it. Then, for these little pieces, I'm going to bring in my little silicone mat and put some glue down, and then bring in a sponge, and I'm going to take my little butterfly here on the back and just sponge some glue. That way it won't squish out too much when I'm putting them down. And I'm going to do the same thing with this little red piece. I'm just going to put some glue here and there. Doesn't need a lot. And then I'm just going to position it wherever I think it looks good. And I'm just going to put it right where? Right there. And I'm going to put a little more glue on this one here. Could use glue dots too. And let's see, I'm going to put this one over here. And I think I'll add a little bow I made earlier. I love this dotted Swiss, is what I like to call it. And I don't think I'm going to use the tails. I think I'm just going to add the bow. So I don't do this very often, but I am going to cut the tails off of that bow and then figure out where I want to put it. Bring in my glue dots. And I'm going to put it up there. I like it because it's see-through and you can still see your little images underneath it, but when you see it in person, it kind of just adds a little fluff to it. I just like it. So inside, I'm just gonna do a little bit of stamping. Again, this is going to be a happy birthday card. So I'm going to bring in Happy Birthday and Pacific Point. And this happy birthday sentiment is from Itty Bitty Birthdays. And I'm just going to test it out here for a second. And I'm going to add a butterfly, I think. Yep, I like it. Gonna leave it alone. Enough's enough. And then just gonna glue this onto my mat piece. Oh, look at there. I lucked out, I guess. It could have landed on the other side of my card. Put that on the inside. Yeah, I like this card. That's it. I'm going to keep it nice and simple, but look at the front of it. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love it. I do like this bow up here. It's fluffy. Kind of looks like another butterfly or something, the way it's positioned there. So that's it. So again, I have this one, and somewhere I have, oh, here it is, my Let's Celebrate Fireworks Over the City. I love this one. Again, if you are interested in seeing this one, let me know, leave a comment, and I will come back and make that for you, show you how I made it. That's it. Real short and simple today. Hope you liked the video. If you do, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, say hi again, and until next time, don't be shy, stamp and shout.